So I want to share a meditation with you today and help you to learn to love yourself and forgive yourself. And we're going to use the Ho'oponopono process, which is a 4 statements that will help us to welcome up all of the shame and the guilt and to just let it go. So there's 4 statements. I'm sorry. That parallels acknowledging what's misaligned from our intentions of who we want to be. Please forgive me is I'm speaking to my higher self, the perfection at my core, and I'm seeing that this is not who I am. This is not part of me. This is not stuck to me. And I can actually experience the release of that shame and guilt. Thank you is appreciating the freedom that comes through that release, feeling the peace and relaxation that opens up inside. And finally, I love you, which is experiencing the perfection that always is. It doesn't begin or end. It's who you really are. You're Chelek Elokai Mima'al. You have a piece of Hashem inside you. So let's begin. Let's make ourselves comfortable in our chair and allow our bodies to relax and allow our minds to settle. There we go. Okay, so I want to encourage you that with every inhale, you allow the waves of guilt and shame to surface. And with every exhale, you allow yourself to let go of it and just let it pass through. That's simple. And acknowledge that you always did the best you could with the tools you had at the time. So let's take another deep breath. Let's scan our body. And let's see if you're holding on to any judgments. Because judgment energy is like a magnet. It just draws more judgment energy to you over and over. And it causes a lot of suffering in our lives. Are you holding on to any desire or need to control your circumstances, to manipulate your circumstances? I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Let the waves of guilt and shame surface and just float away. Remember, you always did the best you could with the tools you had at the time. For all the times that you judged your physical appearance and told yourself that you were anything less than beautiful. For all the times that you believed that you were unattractive or undesirable or just simply not good enough. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Tune in deeply to all the times you deprived yourself of something because you were told that it was wrong to want it. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Let the waves of guilt and shame surface and just wash away. Tune into the times that you accepted someone else's standard of beauty to your own detriment. The times that you may have neglected to take care of yourself physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially. Tune into a time when you may not have honored yourself with healthy boundaries. You may have allowed other people to control or manipulate you or abuse you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Let the waves of guilt and shame surface and just wash away. Remember, you always did the best that you could at the time with the tools that you had. Let's tune into a time when you felt unworthy to receive unconditional love or you held yourself back from giving love. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. For any goals you might have set for yourself and then failed to meet your expectations. For all the times that you ignored your intuition or the good advice of others, causing yourself so much pain. For all the times that you ignored red flags, you followed bad advice that led to pain or frustration or failure. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Let the waves of guilt and shame come to the surface and let them pass through, floating away. For all the times that you missed an opportunity because you doubted yourself, you were afraid to step out of your comfort zone. Think back to the times that you may have communicated to yourself or others that you weren't good enough or you'll never succeed. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Think back to any creative endeavors or business or financial possibilities or potential relationships that might have failed for any reason. Think back to times you may have had negative thoughts or unloving actions toward yourself. Or maybe other people had negative thoughts or unloving actions or behaviors that slowed you down and held you back from reaching your potential. For all of these, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Let the waves of guilt and shame surface, just float away. Remember, you always did the best you could at the time with the tools that you had. For all the times you gave your power away, consciously or unconsciously, for all the times you felt alone and unsupported, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Let the waves of guilt and shame surface and float away forever. Gone. You always did the best you could with the tools that you had at the time. I want you to remember that you have the opportunity to come back to this meditation as many times as you need until you feel completely healed, until your inner child feels totally healed and you feel totally that you've forgiven yourself. This is your birthright. You're Chelek Elokai Ma'al. You have a part of Hashem inside you. You're perfection at your core, and that's never changing. You've just got to move away all of that guilt and shame. Just let it go. Let go, let God. I love you and I believe in you. And thanks for spending time with me today.